comic book friends and fiends? It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall. It's time for OnlySlabs. And with me, that means I need my co-host, the man for the North, the legend, Chris the Comic Vet. I should have changed jerseys just for, forget it. It's all the same.
All right. I'll represent. It's all good.
Update.
It's all good.
There we are. That's where we're sitting right now, guys. Right now, our goal of 25,000 is behind us. We're into our first stretch goal of 30,000 for Lee to have to wax his eyebrows behind us. The next stretch goal, which is, I hope he's getting nervous because this is super in reach at this point. 40K, that stretch goal. Our man Tyler, our twerking buddy at the beginning of the string, said that he was going to get this Comics Curing Cancer logo as a rear end license plate, aka tramp stamp. And I am super looking forward to Heroes Con 2024 to have us lined up to take pictures with Tyler and his new tattoo.
You know what? I saw you talking to John about this earlier on John's Comics with Kids. By the way, John, great show today, and to Brian and the Y Comics earlier today. You guys have been terrific all the way through. You know, you could probably ask for a $10 donation to have a selfie with the tattoo, you know, just like
exactly. It'd be great. So, but you know, the thing is, at being just 8K away with what we're going to do today on these things, and then the big auction, if we don't hit 40, it's going to be an embarrassment, actually, because some of the stuff that's in the auction is amazing. All those art, all the original art and everything else. But let's talk about today.
Yes.
We have a 2-hour window. We have a lot of stuff to get to. We have a phenomenal guest joining us for the second time on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of Shortboxed, Gene Miguel. Gene, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for your partnership with us on this endeavor. So for the folks that are playing at home, will want to know, Shortbox has provided us with a kit of stuff that we will later on today, that are halfway part, be auctioning off. So I'm sorry if you're here for free comics, guys. Today's normal giveaways have been suspended. I'm sorry. We will resume those again next week. With our normal stuff today, we're going to be doing other stuff at those breaks, but one of those things will be auctioning off a cool set of stuff that Gene has provided us, and then they'll be matching the donation for those items. And then, of course, we're also going to be doing some slab. We got mystery slab pulls that we'll be doing today. We'll talk about how that happens here in just a moment. We got great slabs doing, but then you guys also helped us out with some sharing of the Comics Curing Cancer information via your guys' social medias and such, which has been phenomenal. So thank you very much for helping us on that front.
This is awesome. So thanks again for inviting me and having me on. This is my second time on the show, and I had such a blast last time. So this was an easy yes for me. Obviously, just to support, Comics Curing Cancer. This is something that is very personal to me. I lost my mom to cancer about 10 years ago. And so, supporting cancer research and cancer prevention and cancer initiatives is deeply, deeply personal to me. So, being able to talk comics and support, a cause that I'm personally, very, very involved in and care a lot about is an amazing opportunity. So thanks to you and the community for even just putting this together. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, cancer just is that super villain, right? That touches everyone. So
Gene, we're sorry for your loss, man.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. All right. So we'll say hello to the chat quickly. And then we got to get into some stuff because we got a lot of stuff to do. So
Romper Bomper, Stomper Boo, tell me do. Magic Mirror, tell me today, did all of my friends have fun at play?
Glitter and Duct Tape is here. Lucretius, hooray! Shop for Comics, Trev the Shipping Guru, son of a Bruce, Chris from Retro Rocket Comics, Chris the Comic Vet, who shops at Retro Rocket Comics, Brother John Comics, who doesn't shop at Retro Rocket Comics.
Not yet, Rob.
Marty Aleko could, but it's a little bit of a drive. Hulk Collector 82, how you doing? Seth 11, TM Nerdy, how you doing? Let's go. Flipping through here, Seth 11, S-Von 82, who will be coming up right after this. Matter of fact, as this show ends, we'll redirect you over to his channel to watch his interview with Jason Douglas, writer for Parallel and the new release Jane America. He's also a cancer survivor. He'll talk about the new book plus his issues with battling cancer. Plus, we'll have 10 copies of the new book, 5 copies signed, 5 copies of regular that you'll be able to get. It's a great book.
Yep.
Papa Wheelie, how you doing? Happy to have you here with us. Comic Man Andy. Later on, after SVon 82, Comic Man Andy hosting Laugh for Life. A whole bunch of jokes going and flying. Mystery boxes available during the show. It's gonna be great. Shop for Comics. How you doing? Marty talked. See Trev. Comic Verse. Tony, how you doing? Happy to have you with us. I'm gonna scroll fast, so I'm hoping I don't miss anybody. As I'm looking, I see Dead Man's here. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Steve White, John's Comics with Kids. Yes, keep it rolling. Was just on with him for a while. Great time talking with him about horror movies and slasher movies and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Remy Q just subbed. Well, thank you, Remy. It's about time. We've been using you for a long time, and we love you, buddy.
Somebody dropped a link to another channel.
Oh, okay.
To a new channel. That's what
Got it. Okay. I mean, he's just subbing to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, he's a channel member. How would I not know that he was?
Yeah.
Duh. Sorry. How dare I think otherwise? Let's see. Oh, Mr. Comics 89. It's slabbing time, baby. Absolutely 100%. Taylor Winder, the king of all nerds. Justin Birch letters. Phenomenal. Thank you for having me with us. Opened up a freaking unicorn book. He got Gene. He opened up a video. I'm going to spoil it here. You know, the all new Spider-Man, our second appearance of Miguel O'Hara, right? Not Miguel O'Hara. What am I saying? Miguel O'Hara. Miles Morales as Spider-Man, right? That book, the number one that's normally we used to seeing it in the poly bag removed. Also, he got a newsstand variant.
Wow.
Came back in 9.8.
Was it hidden behind another book, or did you know that
He got it in a collection? He got it in a collection, and he got it off clean press. Came back in 9.8.
Wow.
No sales data on record for that, and of course CGC doesn't tell you whether or not their census, whether it's a newsstand or not, so no idea how much of a unicorn that book really is.
Wow.
One had never sold before. Amazing.
That's the dream right there, making those sorts of discoveries.
Yeah. Mad Spidey Australia is in the house. How you doing? IzzyverseNYC helped us out on Friday with a great sketchy show. Lots of original art being created. Jesper from Sweden, thank you for joining us.
Hey, nice.
Let's see here. Scrolling through here, guys. Yeah, hold off. If you guys are interested in the mystery pool box, don't go sending your money crazy just yet, because I'm going to tell you how that's going to work. Because I'm trying to give everybody an equal chance here. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Paul, Sector 2815. How you doing? Collection with Durers. Let's see. DVH. Dr. Von Hoot's Comics from the Spiral Dimension. How you doing? Go fast. I know it's time. Timothy, how you doing? Thank you for coming and joining us today. Gary B, if I didn't say hello yet, I know I said that. I think I said hello to Dale, but if not, there you go. Raging Cajun Comics, how you doing? Austin LeMay. Mrs. Von Hoot's in the house. How you doing?
Oh.
Wayne Deacon, hello. I think we said hello to Mark, but if not, Mark, Legion of Comics, how you doing?
Yeah, 66 people watching. Make sure you hit that like button.
Bird,
everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Please. I'm scrolling. Oh, Blink's on me. I think. Oh, Shattered Glass. There's Tyler himself
as well.
Wait, what? I thought a tramp stamp was on a postcard. Yeah, well.
Make sure you share this out, everyone, please, on your social medias.
Flipping. Larry, how you doing? Oh, Green Machine. Going fast. Time. Digger Jim.
Oh, Jim.
Ben Parker Comics. Canadian Survivalist. Welcome. Nick's Kicks and Comics. Ben Compton. Dagger Comics. How you guys doing? Roman Curtis, thanks for joining us. Philtastic, thanks for joining us. Ronaldo, happy. Past Point Comics. Efren,
thank you. House of L, thank you.
Hey, Efren.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Let's see. PSN Green Hulkster, I think I said hello to. I said Old Man Collectibles. Eddie, thank you for joining us. Blinks again on me. JP Budgets Collecting, thank you. welcome to the show. Comic Culture, thanks for coming on with us. House of L, Geek Out with Roscoe. Just blinked. I don't know where his thing went, but there's a Geek Out with Roscoe. I'm at the bottom of the stack, so I don't know if I missed anybody now because it moved on me. Couch and Slash with Bizzle. I see. I think.
Okay.
If I missed anybody, I'm really sorry. We're moving fast. We got a lot of stuff going on to do, and I don't want to be cognizant of that. Scroll across the bottom, you'll see the message, guys. Oh, Sleepy Reader, hello.
Yeah.
Please today, no super chats. Normally, I love the super chats, and we want to do them because we click that and send it to Comics Curing Cancer. Today, though, we'd rather you actually just make that donation using that pinned link in the comments directly to Comics Curing Cancer, so YouTube doesn't get to take a little piece of the action. Instead, it just goes straight to them and help us go to this total. So, all right, now here's the thing that everyone goes before we start showing off our first books. I'm going to let you guys know how we're going to do this because I know there's a lot of people interested. There's 60 of you watching, and I expanded the number of books in here. There's going to be 25 slots. So there are 25 there's 26 slabs in here, and we'll talk about the 26th one later. But 25 slots are going to be available, and they're going to be a minimum donation of $50 to get in here. And what's going to happen is I'm going to tell you in a moment a hashtag. You'll enter that hashtag, and as we see it up in the order we see it on our screen, Chris is going to enter them into our sheet with all the names. Once we get the first 25 people who then claim the spot, those are the people. We'll read off that list of names, and those people,
no pressure.
Those people will then go ahead and make your donations during the show. $50 minimum. Go. It'll be one slot per person, unless we stall out and don't move all 25, in which case then I'll open up to the rest. So that's how it's going to work. The 26th spot at the halftime when we take our break and we go to auction off this set of this swag pack that we got from Shortboxed, the 26th slot will be part of that auction. So whoever wins that auction will get that 26th slot regardless of whether or not they entered in and they got one of the first 25 slots. So if all goes according to plan, that will be your only way to get a second slot. And then what we'll do is at the end of the show, we'll go down the list of names. I'll have a wheel of numbers. We'll spin it, and that will be counting from the front. That'll be the slab that you'll pull from here. It's all mixed up and jumbled. There's if you didn't see the preview, there's some stuff like I don't know how well you can see this, but there's like a Sam De La Rosa art sketch. There's
Rob, just a second, Rob. We see that a couple people have mentioned they've already donated in hopes
for them.
Of this.
If they get one of those slots, then we'll count that as their $50 that they donated.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't refund your stuff.
Just hold up, everyone. Just hold up for those that have donated. We'll deal with you in a second.
So, anyways, there's a Nova 1 in here. There's a First Defenders in here. But here's what I think the big book is, in my opinion. This is just me, though. It's Guardians of the Galaxy 1. It's signed by Humberto Ramos, but also signed by Stan Lee. So, I mean, you get a Stan Lee signed book for $50. Gene, I think you'll agree that on Shortbox, that's more than $50 every day.
Absolutely. All day. Yeah.
So, all right. So here's the deal. Hashtag slab me. Slab me. One word. Slab me. Enter that in. Para información en español, marque dos. There you go. Fantastic. So yeah. So slab me. There you go. A whole bunch of pop. So that's you can just go to the top and start going down the list there. Okay. Anyways, while you're doing that, I'm just talk to Gene for just a second here. Gene, how are you doing?
Amazing.
You guys have been dropping a lot of. You guys have been dropping a lot of new stuff, modifications, and updates to the app.
Well, first off, got an awesome group in chat here. Definitely recognize more than a few names up in there. So hi to everyone. Definitely a lot of folks in the community and even customers of ours, people we've met in person. And so it's just awesome to see lots of familiar folks and friends from the community popping in and saying hi. So what a great group. This is awesome. I love this.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, since we last talked, think you guys have launched Raw Books,
Mhm.
and now you have another big thing coming up, right?
Auctions are coming.
Is that gonna be now like live auctions, or is it gonna be more like stagnant auctions that run over a period of time?
Right. So these are going to be one. Thanks for bringing it up. I appreciate that. But yeah. So to take a quick step back, you mentioned we launched Raw Books back in July, and that was right after I think I was on your last show.
Mhm.
That's been awesome. The reception has been great. Sellers love having a new platform where they can sell Raw Books. A lot of buyers feel safe purchasing Raw Books on the platform. You can actually pay just to have the book shipped to you directly, or you can pay an extra couple bucks and it comes to us first for verification. We make sure it's complete, make sure there's no restoration, kind of all that good stuff. So a lot of people have been, really, really enjoying it. And shout out to the community for just sharing their feedback and feature requests, because we do keep an eye on all of that. We do pay attention. But since then, we've been heads down just building auctions. These are going to be event style auctions. So not individual book auctions like an eBay, but more event style, where we'll have a set number of books. They'll run for a few days and all end on the same day. It's all going to happen
Okay.
in app. It's very slick. Basically the type of experience that you would expect from the Shortboxed app. It's very intuitive, very clean, very slick, very modern. And again, it is the first auctions platform specifically for comics, via mobile. And so we're pretty excited to launch this.
Very cool. Look forward to seeing that. Guys, where Chris is doing that real quick, also, I want to remind everybody, first of all, thank you to all the henchmen. I'm sorry I'm not going to run through the list of you guys today. A lot of this has been going on. I didn't get a chance to update the list, but the henchmen who are channel subscribers that paying that $3.99 a month, that's going to Comics Curing Cancer. We really appreciate you guys on there. But also want to remind everybody that you can go through the fatstacksmerch.com, get your Comics Curing Cancer merch, OnlySlabs merch, whatever. All those proceeds also go to Comics Curing Cancer. That link is in the link tree, which is in the description below, as well as everything else. So while Chris is populating that stuff, he wants to show off he's so happy.
There's more than one way that you can contribute towards C3, everyone. This is the ongoing way that you can go annually or throughout the year. If you're a fan of the show, this might be something you might be interested in. It comes with this handsome logo on the front. But yes, that quote that seems to be going around the YouTubes altogether is, would you mind showing us what's on the right side of that label? So yeah. All right, I'm going to go back to work here, everyone. Back to work.
Yeah, no problem. We're going to go ahead. We'll start showing off some books while you're doing that, I think. So let's go. So I'm going to go ahead and move you up here and big in you. And let's kick off. Let's show these guys some books while we're going here.
Cool. I definitely brought a few slabs to show off, but also shout out to Ben Parker Comics. He mentioned he uses the platform. So thanks, and I appreciate the support.
Yeah. I think these guys. I know a lot of guys have. If they watch my Monday mail calls, it seems like lately there's been almost every Monday as I've been unboxing a couple keys a week. There's like, oh yeah, this one was a short box. Oh, this one came. Short box has been heavy in my rotation for sure, and the punch card program has been kind of fun. So
nice, glad to hear that. So cool. So yeah, I brought some slabs to show. I know the first time I was on the show, I wasn't sure if that was going to be the first of multiple appearances or if that was going to be my first and only. So I brought out all the big guns from my collection. And then when you invited me back, I was like, oh my gosh, like what else do I have to bring? I brought out all the big guns for the first show. And like any true collector,
you would have bought more big guns.
There's just a lot of stuff in the collection that I've picked up over the years, and so I tried to pick out some fairly unique things. But I have a couple of different themes here, just stuff that I like personally. Obviously, we are in October. It is the month of Halloween, so I pulled out just a couple like pre-code horror books. So let's see. There's pulled out a Chamber of Chills 22. It's just a gnarly, just rad cover of a guy just being stretched on the machine. This is awesome.
He's on the wheel getting the rack.
Yeah, just an awesome Lee Elias cover.
Although I feel like sometimes I could use that as a nice in place of a chiropractor. Just stretch me out.
Yeah, it's just it's all depending on how you look at it, I guess. But just I love the whole Chamber of Chills. Everyone obviously looks at Chamber 19 and Chamber 23, but the whole run from the
just
series
a Chamber of Chills, says Chuck.
every cover's good. Every cover's just gory and just creepy, and so I love the whole run. And some of the other books outside of 19 and 23 don't get as much love as they should.
Right.
And let's see, I got another one here. So I personally, I love the Universal monsters.
Oh.
Frankenstein's monster is I'm a big fan of his, and I love the Frankenstein series from
Oh my.
this is from Prize Comics. So this was a series that they did, but what was interesting for those who are may be familiar with this series is that the first there's maybe a couple dozen issues, but most of the first early issues they drew him looking very cartoonish. And it wasn't until the later issues where they actually just started to make him more of like a monster, which as you can see here. And so it's just really, really cool because before it was just like a silly, kind of funny character, and then they ended up making him a little scarier looking. And so I love this series. Now this is only a 1.0, but it's a really, really tough series to collect. I've been collecting this series for many years now, and this issue there's 23 copies on the census. So
yeah,
awesome,
I mean, I think we
awesome
learned
series.
if we've not learned anything for you after last week's show for my regular viewers, I think we've learned if anybody was doubting that low grade's better than no grade, they learned it last week on the show.
I live by that mantra, by the way. So
yeah, last week we had a low grade collector on. I've actually on my show, I've never seen so many 0.3s and 0.5s come on the show at once. But you know what? I've also never had anybody pull out Deck 27 and Action 1 on the single show.
wow.
And so yeah.
Okay, I got to go back and watch that episode then.
Oh yeah. Oh, he pulled out, dude. He pulled out first JSA. He pulled out.
Wow.
I mean, insane. It was truly the mantra of low grade is better than no grade, because he's got books that you say, well, I'd love to own just one of those. I don't care if it's low grade, let alone to say I own all of these.
Right.
It's insane.
I love low grade books. Again, it's a mantra that I love, especially when you're looking at golden age books, which is what I like to collect. Sometimes they're so rare, and for many of them, they're single digit census, and in many cases, you just don't have a choice. Sometimes low grade is the only grade available. Otherwise, you're looking at sort of stratospheric prices that are just unattainable for most people. And on the same note, in the past couple of years, I've been a lot more open to restored grades, simply because there's some books that I especially for golden age books I should say golden age specifically, because there's been some books I've been going after waiting for it, and it's been years, like 5, 6, 7 years where I haven't seen a copy come up. And so I was like, I would just bite the bullet and just buy a restored copy, and I'm totally happy with that.
Exactly. So Chris, did we fill all 25 slots?
All 25 have been filled. We could probably go to 30 or 35.
No, we don't have that. No, actually, well, I only count 24 on the populated list. Because remember, the row number 1 just says name. So you should fill.
Okay, then I will go ahead and
okay, and then once you do that, then we'll go over that list so people know who should go make their donations, and then the other people, unfortunately, will probably run away and go, oh boo, or hopefully they'll stay to see Gene's books. All right.
Cool. Should I keep going?
Yeah. Awesome. Phil asks real quick, what's the artwork behind you, Gene? Is that a custom or is it a poster?
Are you talking about the wallpaper or this piece of art here?
I think they're talking about the wallpaper.
So the wallpaper is what's funny is that this is actually just wallpaper meant for children's bedrooms. Which is why it's pretty small, because it's meant to be for a small child's room, next to their crib. And I thought it'd be an amazing Zoom background for our conference room. At Shortboxed headquarters.
I might also suggest wall of comics. They work great as a backdrop for all my work meetings.
I've tried to find out what issue this was from, but it's actually just a collection of various panels from various
probably
books,
probably some from comic strips or something too.
Yeah, and it's all different artists. I mean, like Byrne is in there.
That's cool.
There's some Kirby. It's Ditko. It's a mix, and so it's just a cool background. And then since nobody asked, this right here, I know it's only slabs, but if you allow me to show this off, let me grab it real quick.
Yeah. Well, you're grabbing that. Will you grab that real quick? I'm going to show everybody. Okay, so we got Chris, Hoarder's Hide, DVH. Actually, you know what? Can I make this bigger? I can make this bigger. There you go.
There we are.
Dr. Von Hoot, Gary B, Yeah Man, Austin LeMay, Taylor Winder, Dale of Suspense, Dale Spence, Shop for Comics, Deadman, Comicverse, Trev the Shipping Guru, Retro Rocket Comics, House of L, TM Nerdy, Sector 2815, Nathan's Comic Planet, Sleepy Reader, Chuck Hensey, Marty Alecko, John's Comic with Kids, Philtastic Comics, Ben Parker Comics, Mad Spidey, and Canadian Survivalist. So go ahead and please use that link. Minimum donation of $50. And I'll be checking those throughout the show to fill that in, and then we'll do our wheel spin in a bit. All right. Thank you for that, Miguel.
Thank you, Chopper.
Miguel.
I see that. Thank you,
Jesus,
DPH.
Gene. I mean, it is your name, but we're not
Yes.
in the military.
Don't
We're
worry,
not in
I get that constantly for my whole life, because I can't tell you how many times, if I'm paying for something or I show my ID, and so my last name is Miguel, but a lot of people think it's my first name, and so
well, it's a
people are always
first
like,
name.
"Oh, did you know your last name is also a first name?"
Right.
Yes,
No, I
yes,
never
it's my
knew
name.
that. Yeah.
Yes, I thought about that. And then they always look so disappointed that they're not the first one to ask me that question. So no,
Right.
I never take any offense to that. I respond to both, so don't feel too bad. But I did want to show off this artwork just because it's a little random. I thought it was kind of funny. For if there's any Swifties in the house, we've got Taylor Swift as Dazzler. This is actually original.
Must be a recent one, huh?
Yeah, very. So this is an original painting, and I remember seeing, because I'm sure everyone has heard, there's just been rumors flying around that, Taylor Swift is going to be Dazzler. It's just a fan casting that people are talking about. And I saw this image posted by the artist on Instagram, and it starts to go super viral, among, all the Swifties and people. And I just thought it was just dead on for Dazzler. And Dazzler always had a soft spot in my heart, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta get that. I gotta reach out to the artist and see if the original is available." And just by coincidence, I got it right at the right time, and so I was able to snag this from him. So shout out
very
to
nice. We got people in the chat wanting to place bids on that one. Yeah.
All right. Shall I keep going? I got a few more books.
Yes,
sir.
go ahead.
So I'm going to stick to the pre-code horror theme, except this one we're going to take a slight twist, because for many years I was a heavy pre-code horror collector. It's arguably one of my favorite genres of collecting, and over many years, I end up with a lot of the really popular, a lot of the books. I've completed a lot of the runs, like Witch's Tales and Chamber of Chills and kind of all of those. And over many years, you kind of run out of things to collect. I'm sure, not just for pre-code horror, but I'm sure everyone here understands. As you start collecting, you put together a run, or you put together a set or a genre, and you're always thinking about what's next. And I just love pre-code horror, and I love the hunt, and I love how rare they are, and I love how excited I get to find any copy, even if it's a super beat up, incomplete, restored copy. If I haven't seen that for a few years, I just want it, just because I'm sort of a completist, one of the rare folks out there that loves putting together runs. So as I built out my pre-code horror run, I was like, I pretty much got everything. What else can I get here? And then I started coming across where I found, while I was traveling on vacation, I ran into a comic book shop in Mexico, and then I saw an old pre-code horror Mexican edition, and this was one of them. It's Cuentos de Brujas, which is Witch's Tales. So again, these also came out at the same period. This is from 1953, so this is the Mexican edition. So they just reprinted all of these for the Mexican markets, and some of these, not some, all of them are incredibly rare.
Yes.
I just think it just looks so cool when you look at sort of the old classic covers with just the Spanish script on there. There's just something super cool about it that I love.
It's incredibly bright as well, even though it's got obviously the black background, but the color work on
crazy.
it
The
really
colors
pops
are just
well.
amazing. Just looks really awesome. So we've got Cuentos de Brujas. I got a couple of this here. This one is, if you read the title, you can tell that this is a Black Cat mystery comics. And then this one is from 1958. Which is crazy. And this is actually sometimes they just randomly printed different books on the interiors, and they just use the same title but use the same artwork. So the interiors of this is actually from Marvel Tales, which just makes it incredibly rare. It's just a random assortment of stuff here. So incredibly rare. Never seen any other copies of these available, and so Again, to your point, even though it's a 3.5, just the colors
Yes.
are just super, super, super cool. And you can tell they did new layouts for them, and sometimes the colors changed, and due to different printing presses.
Gene, before you put that down,
Yeah.
would you mind showing the back of that slab so we can see what the ads look like?
Oh yeah,
For those that were in the Spanish countries, primarily Mexico. That's
That's
pretty good. Look at that.
Mundo. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I've
I
never
love
seen
'em.
that before. That's awesome.
And then on the other one that I showed, you've got an ad for the Classics Illustrated.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
For Moby Dick.
Moby Dick,
Yeah.
which is super cool. I
Wow.
love this stuff. It's
Yeah.
I never thought I would get into collecting foreign editions of comics, but once I discovered Mexican editions of pre-code horror books that were printed during the same
Yes.
exact period, I was like, okay, that's gonna make the hunt so much harder, and it's gonna make it so much rewarding whenever I find one. I got a couple more here.
Yeah, Gene, just before
Yep.
you get into that one,
Yes.
we're going to deal with a question that came
Sure.
in just a minute ago. Rob, Deadman is saying that he donated just before the show started. He believes that it will show his real name.
Yeah, there's a lot of these that show their real names, and most people I know, and I'm kind of got a couple that I'm going to have to circle back on here. But
Right. So, any suggestions then? If you don't recognize the name, maybe contact you quickly through IG.
no, what'll happen is once we get to this, once I get to, I'm done. Once at the break time, I'll clear up any ones that I don't know that I'm trying to match up still.
Sounds good. Okay, Gene, please carry on, brother.
I do want to shout out this comment here. New shirt design for Chris. Quote, show us the backside.
Yeah. That's pretty good, Dale. That's pretty good. Yeah.
All right. Well, here's the front side of this one. It's another Cuentos de Brujas. This is a Chamber of Chills
Oh boy.
issue.
Oh, there's
again,
a lot going on in that cover
There's a lot
too.
going on. Like the
Yep.
colors are cool, especially because they're black covers. I know there's glare here, but
Issue 29.
yeah, just super. Again, just incredibly rare books. I've never seen of these books I've just shown the past couple ones. I've only ever seen these copies, the ones that I have, and so I've never seen these.
So
pop up.
Gene, before you put that down, what's the price point on this one?
Honestly, it's incredibly hard because there's right. They don't pop up on pricing.
No. I meant, pardon me. I meant, what's the cover price at this point for those books coming up pre-code? Does it happen to
Trying
stay?
to look on there on the. It actually doesn't have a price anywhere on it, which is interesting that I can tell. Yeah, they don't have a cover price on there. Oh no, 80 centavos.
Okay.
Centavos. Yeah.
Very good.
There you go.
That's pretty cool. Thank you.
There you go.
Comic Cap Collectibles,
Nice.
welcome to the show.
Oh, and then it says 10 cents in dollars right under it. So they kept, I guess it's the same. So
yep.
10 US cents or 80 centavos for these.
Gene, we actually have a question directly for you. This is from Mad Spidey, who's located in Australia. Gene, are you ever going to open access to international customers?
Yes. Shorter answer is yes. Long answer is a little bit more complicated. So we're open in beta for buyers in the UK and Canada right now.
Okay.
Next step for us is to open up the platform to the seller side of those two countries, just because those are the two biggest regions where we have the most inbound requests, and then opening up into Australia, New Zealand, and Southeast Asia is realistically going to be our next major region that we expand into. But we're really targeting mid 2024 for that.
Very good. So you're available right now in beta. You said Canada and the UK.
Yes.
Okay, terrific. As a Canadian, thank you. Mad
You're
respect.
welcome.
We see you. Thank you for joining us today. Please carry on, Gene.
Nice. I got one last one here of the Mexican edition. So speaking of low grade and restored, obviously this is one that I was not going to leave behind, regardless of the grader.
Wow.
This is
look at that bondage.
This is so it's Misterios del Gato Negro, but it's actually a Tomb of Terror issue. So this cover.
Oh God, Peter hit me!
Yeah.
Ow!
Nice.
Yeah.
Just a crazy cover. It's they sold these to kids. Can you imagine? It's, no wonder everyone made a big deal out of this.
Cup of Comics, Will, thank you for joining us.
And then I love the back cover on this one.
Oh, that's good too. Oh yes.
That's just super unique. Again, I'm sure a lot of people understand that, once you've been collecting for so many years, you're always looking for like what's next, what's the next kind of stuff that I could look for. We're all collectors here. We all like to hunt. We all like looking for super rare things, and so this was sort of a little subgenre that I kind of stumbled upon, and I thought it was just super cool.
Yeah, that's
C-Bizzle, anything that you donate at any time will get cumulatively added up to be the 50 for the prize wheel later tonight. I won't get confused because I know you're not on this list for this. You're good.
Nice. Someone asked, should that translate to Black Cat? So yes, technically the title is Black Cat, but the interiors of this book and the cover is from Tomb of Terror. And so one thing I noticed with a lot of these Mexican editions is that they didn't necessarily match the title and the issue or the cover, the art one-to-one. They kind of just, I think they probably just bought all these issues in the US and then just reprinted them and just started mixing things together and started slapping these together, which is kind of what happened a lot for international editions where they don't match one-to-one with the US copies. So good catch on that.
Yeah.
Canadian Survivalist, I see your message about your name. I'm refreshing stuff and still updating names. So we'll go through that. Thank you.
All right. Should I keep going?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, so we've got a couple Canadians in here, it seems like. So I'm going to stick to the international theme, and another subset of incredibly rare Golden Age books that I like to collect are Canadian whites. Do you have any familiar with that?
Yes, we haven't had a white on this show before. That's great.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought we did. I thought we've had one.
Oh, I don't know. But let's go.
All right. Okay. So
this is exciting.
For those who may not be familiar with Canadian whites, these were printed during the Golden Age between 1941 to 1946, give or take, and during World War II in the U.S., all quote non-essential items and exports could not be exported into Canada, and on that list were periodicals, magazines, books, newspapers, and also comic books were considered periodicals. So the U.S. market, the U.S. publishers were no longer allowed to ship these books or distribute them into Canada. And obviously you have kids and adults as well who were avid comic book readers. They had a massive market there, but now they were no longer getting any comic books into the country. And so a lot of the newspaper and magazine publishers and they had to start publishing their own comics. So they were basically just taking existing comic strips, slapping them together, just kind of like these Mexican edition books. They're just throwing random stuff together, old stories, putting them all together, just drawing new covers, coming up with their own heroes, and then printing these. And they're called Canadian whites. I'm not sure why they're called Canadian whites. My guess is because all the interiors are just black and white. That's the only thing I can sort of like come up with. I don't know if there's an actual explanation for that. So all the interiors, they're all black and white, and the only covers, or the only color was on the cover, but they only used the limited colors because, again, it was during wartime. A lot of materials and things were being saved, and being donated to the war effort. And so they had to cut back on things like color and even staples. A lot of these books only have one staple because they had to preserve metal. And even going down from 2 staples to 1, saved a lot of metal, when you're talking millions and millions of staples in books. And so, again, I discovered Canadian whites many years ago from another friend of mine who was a collector. I just saw the cover and it just blew me away just because, again, I'm a huge fan of design and graphic design. And I love very flat design and sort of like monochrome and monocolor designs. And these books just jumped out at me. And I was like, I got to start looking for these books and starting to come across them. So I got a couple from my collection that I want to show off. So this one is a title called 3 Aces. And when I say like the monocolor, it's just, you can see here, it's literally just like red and white and black.
Oh my.
Nice. You've got Bullet Man and Bullet Girl, who are characters, from the Golden Age. And again, just really, really cool, really, really unique. This book here in particular, this 3 Aces, what number 2, I think? Yeah. Number 2. Incredibly rare, incredibly hard to find. There's only single-digit census on this book, and just you can see what I mean by the design. It's just very flat design, very clean, single color. I love it just from kind of an old school classic design perspective. It's just they just don't see stuff like this anymore. So I thought this one was super
And
cool.
Gene, clearly you know what you're talking about when it comes to the Canadian whites. Often they just use newspaper itself. That's that quality of paper. So they did not last. A lot of it was obviously then recycled back into the wartime drive.
Right.
Usually 1-2 colors max. The Canadian whites themselves, you're absolutely right, just black and white interiors. And often, if you look at it, a lot of these books were actually illegal because whoever was publishing them would basically often just cut out like the Sunday funnies or something, paste it, reprint it, and get it out there for kids and everything. So yeah, a lot of it was not used with permission from the original artists or any creative teams that were south of the border in the United States. But yes, these are highly sought after. I've actually only held a couple in my hands, and they're both from the owner, Chris from the owner of Retro Rocket Comics, who has just a very limited supply himself, but they are absolute treasures.
Yeah, you're right though. When you
yes.
hold a raw copy, it's very
you have
not
to be
brittle,
very,
but just very they're very.
You have to be careful,
light.
almost like you want to put gloves on. You don't want any oils or anything to get into that paper. It's very flimsy, but you're absolutely correct. Those are just very special books, and there are just not a lot out there. And Ace is probably one of the more famous ones outside of, say, Robin Hood or some of the cartoon characters that were famous during those days. But Gene, that's incredible, man.
I'm actually really glad that you're familiar with them and you know so much about them. So I'm glad. It's really rare that I could show one of these and like someone actually cares.
Yeah.
It's not like an A15, but it's also just infinitely times more rare, right? You know, they're all different. So I got a couple more Canadian whites, and I will admit, you know, even before putting together some slabs that I wanted to show off, for many years I actually haven't shown these off, you know, publicly because I wanted to keep it very close to my chest because I didn't want people to discover them and start collecting them themselves. you know how collectors are. It's like, you know, you don't want to let the cat out of the bag and just introduce people to new, but they're too cool not to show off.
And so, Gene, both Rob and I are guilty of that, so just a heads up. But go ahead.
I definitely understand. So, you know, you mentioned that the color covers, they were using only 1 or 2 colors max. This one they were using 4. So the series that I personally like is Commando Comics, which is incredibly rare and incredibly tough. But these were war comics, and so they just have amazing, just really dynamic colors and covers here. So this is Commando Comics number 4. Just an awesome. Yes, exactly.
So heads up, there was a Canadian in that little vignette. So yeah, what the background is obviously the Union Jack. But for those of you that are not aware, Canada, a part of the Commonwealth, actually used the Union Jack as our flag for number of years before the maple leaf that is now the flag that everyone knows. That came around in 1967, the red maple leaf flag. So yeah, during both war efforts, World War I, World War II, and then again into the Korean War, Canada actually flew the Union Jack as our flag. So that's incredibly special. Yeah, that's a gorgeous.
Thank you for dropping some knowledge on us. That's cool. I didn't even know that.
3.5. Good for you. That's a great grade for that book.
Yeah, these are just tough, and it's cool because it has, you know, 4 colors. I think, give or take. So I love this entire run. And then this one here that I have is just another great cover. So this is number 10. Just again, you know, I talk about just sort of the design of it. It's just so.
That is
I just love the colors
fantastic.
and the layout and just sort of like the flat design here. And it's just beautiful. Just in a sort of like a minimalism design type of perspective.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Cool. But just imagine if we had the original pencils for this, and with the coloring that we could do today, how special that cover would be. Not to take anything away from it, I'm just saying, imagine what we could do with this particular piece of artwork today. Like that's got that's a movie poster, in my opinion.
That's what I love about these.
In the 40s,
you can imagine them blown up 4x the size and being a giant sort of propaganda poster.
Yeah,
that's have to remember the time period that these were created.
That's very good. Werewolf by Lunchtime is asking Eugene, who's credited as the publisher? Because often the publishers would be changing names. Okay.
Yeah. So this is Commando Comics was from Bell, and the Aces was from AA Comics.
Yeah.
And then
AA, who by the way, There's another name that they go by. Some people recognize as Double A. Some other people recognize it by his proper name. Proper name is escaping me right now. But we got a quick question from
Kessler?
Izzy. How can one get a short boxed cap?
Ooh. So
Today, during our halftime,
There
when
we
we're auctioning
go.
off a kit, there'll be there's one in the package.
there you go.
So you could be the high bidder.
Yeah. So with
Here we go.
anyways, with these hats, we got these made last winter, and we shipped these to our top customers at the time, and then we also made them available for sale at our first convention, Shortboxed Live, back in May. But we do have one coming up soon.
Oh, Chris, thank you for saving me. Double A is Anglo-American.
Okay.
Very good. K-pop junkie, thank you for joining us. Welcome to the C3 edition of OnlySlabs.
Okay. Real quick, while we're pause. So we had one individual that mentioned that they had claimed a spot. They didn't realize what was going on. They saw a bunch of hashtags. They thought it was like a giveaway or something, and so they're not able to make payment. So I went through the list and matched up. So the next person on the list to get added to it is JP's Budget Collecting. So JP, if you can please confirm that you're still here and didn't run away when you didn't get added to the list, and then go ahead and make your donation. We will add you to the list there. If not, I have the next couple lined up in the hopper as well. So
Okay, thank you for that, Rob. Okay, Gene, please carry on, my man.
Yeah. No, it looks like there's another question here. Someone asked, did the stories inside relate to the cover? Almost always, never.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
no,
just like today.
Yeah.
nothing has changed. Nothing has changed.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah.
Covers sell, stories don't.
Right.
Yeah, that's
the sad
that's
reality of it.
gorgeous.
Yeah. Just
JP
awesome.
is here, Rob. Just a heads up, JP.
Excellent.
JP is here.
Oh, and then someone said, I almost think Michael Cho took a nod from Canadian Whites as far as his design sensibilities. I agree. I love Michael Cho's work. That's one artist who I don't have an original from yet, or at least a sketch or a commission from, and he's on my short list. I would love something from Michael Cho. I love his design. He just has a very like, to your point, vintage, flat, old school design aesthetic to his work, and I love it. All right, I got one more Canadian White here. And again, this goes back to low grade being better than no grade. This is one of those where you just have no choice but to buy it, and it's a 0.5. But again, the colors are just
Hello, nurse.
yes,
Oh my
just a
goodness.
beautiful cover.
Oh, there's so much going on in that.
Yeah.
And look, the use of yellow was perfect here.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. They didn't have a lot to play with when it comes to ink coloring, but man, they hit it out of the park. Look
Yeah.
at that. Gene, what year is this book credited to? 43?
This one actually says no date on the label.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so let's see. Well, if I look at number 10, no date. Okay, all of them say no date.
Yeah.
So
I have a lot of stuff like that, especially like the foreign reprints and whatnot. I see my Australian reprints I get of Buck Rogers are all say like no date on them and stuff.
oh, cool.
Very good. McGill, does it have a price point published on that cover? Is it a 10-center as well?
This says 10 cents.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
they all do. Yep,
for those
they're all 10
Americans that are keeping score, that's probably about 7 cents.
Yeah. So yeah,
Very cool.
I absolutely love these. Again, when I saw this one come up and it was incomplete, it doesn't matter. Like it could have just been only the cover and I would have bought it. Literally, if it was just the outside wrap. That's just I just gotta have them. So
Yeah.
if anyone
would
ever
you
comes
mind-
across any,
Would
feel
you mind
free to
showing
reach
the
out.
back cover?
This
It may explain the building of the CN Tower or something. No, okay. It's got a gun as well.
got a gun,
See,
yeah.
everyone, it's not just America that's into guns.
Exactly.
Canada too.
nothing's changed.
Commander Play Gun. That's pretty cool.
So Canadian Whites, super cool, super rare. I'm really happy that one, we have a Canadian, in the house who actually knows a lot about these, and so thank you for dropping all that awesome knowledge
My
there. I actually
pleasure.
learned a lot.
We got a good question from Shopper here. Shop for Comics. Who is Gene's favorite hero or villain, or should we just say the franchise that's behind you there?
No, it's actually again, I hate to just be one of those basic comic bros, but Batman is my guy.
Okay.
I've always been a Batman guy. Just as long as I can remember. The first comics I ever read were Frank Miller's Dark Knight. Definitely not appropriate for a young child back in the mid 80s. But I have an older brother, and at the time he was a few years older than me, and so he was in the prime of his comic collecting youth. And I used to break into his room, jimmy the lock so I can get into his room because I knew that's where the comics were. And Frank Miller's Dark Knight is the first series I remember just reading and just falling in love with it. And since then, I've just been a massive Batman fan. Then, of course, when animated series came out, that was just it for me. I was like, this is too cool.
Yeah, Mask of the Phantasm was one that really changed it for me. When it came to Batman. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
those are good times. Okay,
nice.
What do you got for us next?
All right, so we did some pre-code horror. We did some Mexican edition, foreign editions. We showed off some Canadian whites. I still have more Golden Age, but another genre that I like to collect is sci-fi books. I love it. Someone said, I thought it was Doctor Strange. Yes, Doctor Strange is a close number 2.
Okay.
Maybe like 1.5. Yeah. You know what's funny though is that I actually stopped expressing my love for Doctor Strange after the movie came out, just because a lot of people just thought I only liked him because of the movie, and I was like, whoa, slow your roll. I've been a Doctor Strange fan before anyone cared about Doctor Strange, so just had to put that out there in the public. So cool. I love sci-fi books, and again, you don't get more sci-fi than Planet Comics. So just again, the entire Planet run is just amazing. I love showing this just because it's a nice grade. It's a 7.0. Again, everything's all relative in terms of grade, but for Golden Age books and especially Planets, getting a nice mid to high grade like a 7.0 is awesome. And I love just Fiction House as a publisher. They're some of my favorite Golden Age books. It's just and you guys probably know it's all about the color strike on it, and especially with Planet Comics, they tend to fade very easily. And so just again, amazing covers here. Just great character design, and they had just an amazing run of artists doing great covers here. So this one's Planet 23, Zolnarowicz cover. Again, one of the great Planet cover artists. He's just a master who I think is very, very underappreciated and underrated. But he's one of those artists where if you know, and people who love him tend to really, really love him. And so just amazing artwork here. Just look at that. That's just cool.
Oh yeah, that's
I tried putting together the whole run of Planet, many years ago, and I got maybe half of them. And of course, there were the later issues, and I realized that if I want to put together the whole run, getting those first 20 or so rivet covers was going to cost the amount of a mortgage. So I had kind of abandoned that one. All right, I got
just spotlighting some comments. Go ahead.
Looks like a tuna rubber suit. Let's I can see that.
It does. Yeah,
almost
I guess with the arm. That's what.
Yeah, you can imagine like the creature from the Black Lagoon. Almost like this could be something very similar.
Yeah.
Got another planet here. This is Planet 42. That's great. It's a 6.5. I love. Yes. The bubble helmets is you gotta love sci-fi bubble helmets. Just the best.
Bubble helmets, ray guns, robots, and rockets.
Yes, exactly. That's
She's about to lose that left arm. Let's be honest.
She'll probably lose a lot more than that, but it's just an awesome cover. I love this entire one. It's with Planet, you can pretty much pick out any issue, and it's just going to be just a killer cover. It's just 73 out of 73. You just have just amazing covers in this whole run. So speaking of bubble helmets, so this is we're getting into the end of the Golden Age, the early Silver Age, and Rob actually has one behind him. But again, one of my favorite sci-fi books later is a showcase.
Oh, you bastard!
Yes!
Let's be honest. I've seen a lot of these. A 4.0 is actually the highest I've actually ever been.
It's really. I've personally never seen one like higher than 4.0 just out at a show.
Isn't it crazy?
You just don't find them.
All the oddball books you see out there that you see, wow, that's an amazing grade to see. But this book is one of those books that's like it just
like
doesn't.
A sleeper rare book, especially for early Silver Age.
The spine on that book just shows that people read it.
Yeah.
and everything shows.
Gene, brother, would you mind reading us what's on the right side of that blue label, please?
Yes. I was waiting for someone to ask. It's the origin and first appearance of Adam Strange and the first appearance of Alana. So just again, awesome character.
Yeah.
If you haven't read the new Adam Strange series from Mitch Gerrits and Doc Shaner, highly recommend reading it.
Yeah,
This is such a
this
such
is a
a great
character
book.
I would love to see this character on the big screen.
Huge,
Yes.
very important to the history of the DC universe. That is
Absolutely
phenomenal.
And it's a nice 3-piece showcase run before he takes over Mystery in Space. You get all three of them are great. Although actually the third one in the series I think has the best cover of the 3 showcase books. That's what
Which one is that one?
You get both him and Alana. They're flying through space, stuff. It's great cover work.
I love it. It's just you got people and you got bubble helmets. It's just the best. Just love it. Love it.
Shout out to Scotty Vaughn. Scotty, don't be nervous. That just goes to show how much you care. You got this, my man. We'll be tuning in right in after this show for S Vaughn 82 with his show that he's got going for Comics Curing Cancer.
Now you need a shirt that says "Rob, watch your back."
All these great ideas coming in. Yeah.
So Canadian Survivalist, how do you confirm? You should have gotten if your payment went through, you would have gotten a confirmation via email, as well as also potentially at the time popped up on your app or whatever. And then you can just take a screenshot of that and send that to me. That's fine. If you didn't get an email from the ACS, then your payment didn't go through, and you might try again. It might show up on your bank or something as a hold, but would not have gone through.
Okay. Carl's officially asking if you will be in my wedding, please.
I know Carl personally. He's a very good friend of mine.
Okay.
And but congrats to Carl because he is getting married next week. So
nice.
Shout out to Carl.
Congratulations.
And congrats to
you have a spooky wedding, I hope. Taylor Winter knows. Yes, that showcase book, that was one of the first books he got before me, as far as like things that we like both like about it. He found a low grade copy. Well, we all found low grade copies, but he found a copy and made me jealous, and I had to go out and rage buy a book because he had it before me.
I told you earlier, Gene, we are susceptible of following people's footsteps.
Hey, I mean that's collecting, right? And with Showcase 17, that is one of the few books that I consistently and regularly tell people that they should be buying, especially because, people are always asking, what should I buy, or what's sort of under the radar, what books aren't people buying, and so, early Silver Age DC keys, especially the more rare runs, especially Showcase 17, is one that's there because they're just tough to find. Especially if you can only find a low grade like a 2.0 to 3.0, just buy it. Even better.
Except that they cost a few $100 themselves. I mean, it's not a cheap book.
Yeah, if anyone comes up to better than a 5, sell some books and just buy it. Like do something,
or tell us, we'll buy it for ourselves, and you can have we'll sell you our low grader.
and you like a few bucks, so it's definitely worth it. So Rob, earlier you mentioned Buck Rogers. I don't remember the context that was in though, but I do remember you dropped.
I have some Australian Buck Rogers. I also have some US ones, but love Buck Rogers.
Nice. So I've got a cool Buck Rogers book, just purely coincidentally. So again,
nice.
I love all these coincidences that are lining up, with the Canadian Whites and now with Buck Rogers. So we've got this book. Have you seen one of these?
Yeah. This is the OG.
It's really small. So
yeah, this is the OG.
It's a promotion. Yeah, it's a promotional book, and so the title's officially Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, and this was published by the Kellogg Company, as in Kellogg, the food company. So this was a promotional book, and this is from 1933, which is crazy, right? So this was like
it is
like pre comics, basically.
Right.
Yeah. Just really, really unique piece. I've no idea what it would even be worth. But,
well, as I recall off the top of my head, and I might be slightly wrong, but I believe that this is considered the first Buck Rogers comic book.
Yeah, it says first Buck Rogers radio premium, origin of Buck Rogers. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the of the
Too bad he's not on the
comics.
cover.
No, but
That
you
would have
know,
just been crazy. And definitely have the
So
slab
we-
got cracked, but I don't whatever. I don't really care about
Magic could be given one comic. What would it be?
So we have a question from TM Nerdy. Yeah, Rob hit it on the head. If you could be magically given one comic, what comic would it be and why?
that. I know mine.
Well, we're going to let you
Yeah.
tackle this question.
It's Tech 27.
Okay.
That's it. You know,
Mhm.
it's
As a Batman fan,
that's a good-
Detective
that's a-
Comics 27.
That's a fair choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, what was yours? I know, I'm sure. But
You know, it obviously
much-
Superman comes
as
to
much-
mind, but it's
I was
going to
just-
be AF-15.
AF-15, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, Startling 49.
ooh,
Bender.
nice.
Yeah, Startling Comics 49. That's my grail of grails as a atomic sci-fi collector. I mean,
Yeah.
one day, right?
Love that cover.
All right.
Love
So
Schomburg
how are we
in general.
sitting? Are we getting close to the halfway mark here?
In terms of books?
Yes.
Yeah. I just have a couple more. Shall I keep going?
A couple more to finish, or a couple more to the halfway mark?
Oh no, I've got like 4 more.
In total,
The halfway
or to
mark
your
or
halfway
total?
point?
Oh no, total.
Oh,
Oh,
let's pause
yeah,
here.
let's-
Then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's save it. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so where we're at right now, just as far as those people who were asking about the stuff, Canadian Survivalists, I think you and I we're the only ones that we're still trying to sync up and trying to get confirmation for you on that. So you
He
just
just-
sent
You just
a
sent
screen to my IG. I got something from Marty Aleko and Ben Parker.
While you're looking that up, I'm going to ask Gene on behalf of Heck Ortiz. It's a very nice book, but does it
Yes.
bother you that it's not necessarily centered in the
Yeah,
slab?
it bothers me a
Preacher.
lot, and it also just kind of slipped out a little bit because the case got cracked, so it
Right.
fell, and now it's like off center, so
Yeah.
it bothers the hell out of me.
Yeah. OCD is a real thing,
Yeah.
everyone. I'm just
What
pointing
also
that
what
out.
I related to this, sorry to bring this up, is also when you have a regular Golden Age conflict that's just slightly miswrapped, and they have to stick it in the magazine case, and it doesn't fit into the
Oh,
regular
yeah.
case. Just I hate that. That's
Yeah.
just
you know what's even worse than that is CBCS taking Golden Age books that are larger and squishing them
oh god.
into a case
Yeah.
so that your freaking book does this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely infinitely times worse.
Okay, I'm really getting confused here. I'm sorry, Canadian Survivalist. I'm not seeing any message from you on my Instagram. I'm not seeing. I'll refresh this again.
Let's see if there's anything on my IG.
I'm really apologize for the screeching halt here.
Rob, maybe check your requests area of your private chat.
Let me check that too. No requests pending. You could also try emailing me at robs.fatstacks@gmail. But so we'll get that. But in the meantime, let's talk about this kit that we got here from Shortboxed. Thank you. I can talk. All right. So this has got a variety of stuff. So you're going to get. You can talk about these a little bit, Gene, as we pull them up. But so you're going to get some various shirts. These will be sent to you in your size. So this is the most recent one. This was the Summers shirt.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so for some context here, we created a summer season T-shirt, and this only went to our top users or our top buyers during the month of July. So you couldn't buy the shirt; we weren't just giving it away, and so you had to earn it. But we had a few left over, and a lot of people have been asking for them, and so definitely wanted to add that in there.
This one was one of my favorite shirts. I was so happy when you guys sent me one. I'm happy to have us.
Awesome.
now.
I mean,
This-
you're one of
Everybody knows I love pocket logos. As a large man, I believe that all shirts should be pocket logos on the front
noted.
with logos on the back instead of
Yeah.
across my belly.
So this has a little bit of context to it. So this was one of our early shirts. Again, we weren't selling this shirt. We weren't giving it away. This went to our top customers back in, I think, 2021, even 2021. It was a couple of years ago. It was a while ago. And can you hold up the design again, Rob, please?
Yeah, just there. I was just typing in something into the chat. Sorry.
Cool. Yeah, so this design, your feast is nearly over. I mentioned earlier that I'm a Batman guy. He's my favorite character. So this is actually a line from Batman Year One, and
Oh, right.
it was when he was a new character. He was still very young, still kind of getting his feet wet and trying to figure out who he is. Gotham City didn't know if he was a bad guy or if he was there to help. So it was of that era, and that's my personal favorite Batman era. And this issue of Year One, he drops in on a private dinner with a lot of the crime overlords of Gotham City, and he just drops in on them and accuses them of, getting fat off the citizens of Gotham City. And he's here to just say like, hey, you've been getting fat, you've been getting rich, off the citizens of the city. That's going to stop. I'm here to stop you. And then he says, your feast is nearly over. And that line is just something that has stuck with me for so long. And if you allow me to stay on my soapbox for a bit, when we started Shortboxed, the platform, really our entire business was in response to the last 20, 30 years of this industry where not much innovation has happened. You have a lot of incumbent companies in the space that launched 20 years ago and that haven't done anything to really usher this industry forward. And we really wanted to use our backgrounds in software and technology to really build a platform for the future, make buying and selling comics super easy, and really build a mobile-first modern platform to, grow the hobby, make it more accessible, make it easier to buy and sell comics. And so, that quote has always stuck in my mind. And so decided no better place to stick it than on a shirt and give it to our earliest supporters, just to be on this journey with us. And so happy to hear that Rob, you already have one of these shirts. That's amazing.
Yeah. House of L is asking about what's the biggest size to get. I know that you just sent me triple
3X.
X. Yeah, 3X. So yeah,
Small
Shortboxed.
X, baby.
This is the classic that you see all over the cons.
Yep.
And then there was another shirt in here. Now this one will make available for somebody because this is a size large, so I'm not squeezing. Actually, my kid could pull this off. Anyway, so this is Shortboxed on the front, Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, this one was from the Collectors Summit last year. This is a small community-focused event. We got these T-shirts printed. We only gave them away to people who attended the show. There were only maybe 100 or so people that came to the event, and so they were printed in incredibly small quantities. So we just have a few of these extras left over. So want to hook up the community with these.
Very nice.
Did we have one for Shortboxed Live that was special? I can't remember.
Yes, it was the Doctor Strange one.
Oh yeah. Okay, I got that one.
Oh, funny how that turned out. Okay.
So here we talked about, guys,
there it is.
That Shortboxed cap will be in here. There's a bunch of various. There's a Doctor Strange
Iron Fist
pin. Yeah, sorry, an X-23, Wakanda Forever,
Very nice.
and a short box.
Oh.
And then, of course, you need to have a convention tote to put your books in while you're shopping for books.
I kind of
Someone's asking, is the hat fitted or adjustable? It's an adjustable hat.
Yeah. Canadian Survivals, I just saw your email come through. I'll take a look at it here in a second. And then, but it's not just swag.
Here we go.
You can tell I haven't even put my grubby hands on it yet. Packing tape. Should we talk about my love of packing tape? No. All right. So let's put this in. So first and foremost, we have, I don't have the list. So you'll probably remember what these are.
Yeah. So this is Giant Cock Jew #1. And that's the actual title of the book.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I had some difficulty.
It's literally called Giant Cock Jew.
Right.
It's an image book, and this is a variant cover by.
Oh, but it's not
Wolf.
spelled. That's right. I saw this. It's not spelled the way it sounds, guys.
It's spelled Kokju.
Yeah, it's one word.
So yeah. Yeah, but yes, that is the title of the book, and so we commissioned Maria the Wolf, incredible artist, to do this exclusive variant for us. We launched this at Shortboxed Live, so it was only available at the show. We collabed with Bird City Comics to do this cover. Sort of funny story with this one is when we were talking to Image to do this book, I actually thought it was giant kaiju because they're talking about there's giant monsters. So in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, giant kaiju. That sounds amazing. Like, let's do it. And then when we get the book and get the solicitation, we actually noticed it was literally giant kaiju. Like, I actually thought it was a typo when they sent it to me.
That's what I thought when you sent it over to me at first too. I was like, oh
yeah. Yeah, and this is another Maria the Wolf cover. Clearly, she's one of our favorite artists, and this is I Hate Fairyland #1. And for those of you who've read the book, it's amazing. And this is Gert, and again, she just absolutely crushed this cover.
Okay, and then we have Alas Ronin.
Oh yes.
So this was
Lost
another.
Years.
By the way, these are all Shortbox exclusives, and this was the exclusive we came out with for Shortbox Live. This is covered by Ciro Nielli. He's a TMNT cover artist, and just amazing cover. So he did this cover for us. So just I love his work. He's just amazing.
And then we have a Slabby Boy. This is Hitomi #1, signed and sketched number 22 of 40. So it's number 22 of 40 by Trish Forstner. So she actually she made sure she wrote down there what it is, and then it looks like she added some nice sketch on there. It looks like.
Yeah, so this was the very first Shortbox variant that we ever did, and you can see we have the logo on the cover there. Obviously, it's a throwback to the old NES video games. We collabed with Bird City Comics on this, and Trish was the artist on Stray Dogs, and just another amazing series. If you haven't read, definitely check it out.
We have some original cover art coming up tomorrow from her.
Oh wow! Amazing!
She did a sketch cover for Stray Dogs, but we have the original cover art for Darkwing Ducks #7, the original ink stuff.
Nice.
It's gonna be part of our stuff tomorrow.
Yeah, she's great. This was the first Shortbox exclusive that we did. We pre-sold, you can see about 40 of these, and they all sold out just within minutes of going out, and we sold them for $120, and they sold out really fast. And I believe this one was actually just a return that happened for whatever reason. Wow. So we thought we might as well donate that out there.
Yeah, 22 out of 40. So there you go. So all this stuff is one kit, plus you get for free, or included in this, not really for free, included in this, you get slot 26 for the slab pools, which is the only opportunity to have 2 pools on the stuff. So,
Rob,
Chris,
really quick, may I interrupt you real quick? If you don't mind, can I go rogue here and donate a couple more items to this box? I want to juice it up just a little bit further. Let me grab
juice it up. Juice it up.
Yep. Nope. Well, then I'll put Rob big again.
Yep. So let me explain how we're going to do this. We'll drop a start line. We'll have a 90-second timer, and you guys will be able to bid once we start that. Once we say so, and bidding will continue until the end of the line. Now, just like all our auctions that I do on here, once the timer goes off, that stops new bidders. Those people who have already placed a bid will continue to be able to bid against each other until last person remains. So either let us know that you're increasing your bid or that you fold, so that way we can keep going and then get the maximum there.
So at this point, I'm going to invite everyone, before we get into it, please make sure that you're watching the most up-to-date edition of this show right now. Please try and fast forward. If you're lagging or anything, try and fast forward. We don't want you to miss out on that 90-second window. Okay, we're going to spotlight Gene again.
I do want to add a couple more things, especially I was inspired by showing off all these pre-code horror books. One, I'm not donating one of these pre-code horror books. Let me just lead with that.
I thought you were going to say Canadian White.
We have this amazing set of Super 7 pre-code horror figures that Super 7 sent to us.
Oh my goodness.
We just have an extra set, and I wasn't planning this. I actually just saw them literally across the desk from me, and I was like, let's just throw these in there. So let's show each of these off one by one. So this is from Baffling Mysteries 7, just classic pre-code cover. And these are all brand new. We literally just got these from Super 7. They're amazing partners of us. Black Cat Mystery 50, just classic cover here. Chilling Tales, I think the Chilling Tales 15, if I'm not mistaken. Just, again, another classic PCH cover. And then my personal favorite one is the Ghostly Weird 122 LB Cole, just classic figure. And so I believe all of these figures are all sold out on Super 7, and they retailed for about $20 each. And so shout out to them.
I love the trade dress from the last one you held up there, Chills. Yeah, that was Yeah, the ghostly weird. That's
Oh, yeah.
that just takes me right back. That's just awesome.
And then while I'm at it, while I was grabbing these, I actually found something else to donate to it. So I just went and grabbed
nice.
it. I'm feeling awesome now. So this one's a shout out to our partners at CGC for this one. This is the official
Oh,
CGC
wow.
Guide to Grading Comics that they just recently published. And then this one they
Signed
sent us a couple. Got it signed by Matt Nelson, which is the head grader.
nice.
He's the one who wrote it, and so
Now he's not even the head grader. Now he got a promotion since he wrote that. Now isn't he the president now?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
That's
phenomenal.
awesome. That's not a cheap book either.
Yeah.
No.
So we're gonna put all that's together in one thing, and because we're super crazy, we're gonna start the bidding at $50. By the way, Canadian Survivalist, we're good now. Thank you very much for jumping through those hoops. And I'm starting it. There's the starting line, $50, starting the timer right now. So starting, there you go. John's Comics Kids coming in straight at $100 for the slab, all those exclusives, the shirts, the hat, the figures, the Nelson book, the Matt Nelson book. Yeah, oops, sorry. I'll let you do that, Chris.
Thank
You're
you.
doing a good job.
Yep. Okay.
I won't. So 125. All this, just the stuff that Gene has sent before had an MSRP of like $200. So now we're gonna be close over $300, and probably closer to $350 by the time you figure all those figures plus the book. So yeah, the toys are damn cool. And even if you don't think the toys are cool, just think about it. They're sold out, so you can turn around. You can turn around and flip them all if you want. I mean, but
Austin LeMay is now in the lead.
175, phenomenal.
Yeah, man, 156. Super 7 makes great
Please.
stuff. Yeah, Absolutely. This is understated, but well noted, sir. Super 7 does make incredible stuff.
And so what'll happen is you'll get your stuff obviously come in two different shipments. You'll get one shipment from me of this stuff. You'll get a shipment from Shortbox, which will have these other items plus the shirts.
Hold that back up
your
one more time.
size.
Keep going, Rob.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's terrific.
And then Matt's I did.
Right.
Okay, so where are we at on our time? Yeah, we're final ticking down here. Last chance to get your bids in. And I'll give it a moment because of the lag on my side. Okay. So it takes about 10 seconds for it to go through there. And I'm going to put down this end line.
Johnny's saying that he folds.
And there's the end line now. So we're sitting at Austin at 175. Who else? So it's Austin. Hoarder's Hide is still in it.
And John has folded.
John has folded. Was Yeah Man in it or still?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah Man was in it. It's now back to them. Okay.
Yep. So let us know if you're in or if you're folding there, guys. And we'll move back on to some more slabs, and then we'll do our slab pulls. Again, thanks to all the channel members and everybody who's God. I mean, look, this is to be honest. Again, this is a community event that literally, despite the fact that there's work that's put in by me and DJ and Mark, you guys sent in the stuff that we auction off that we're using for these giveaways and stuff. You guys are the ones who are showing up to these shows and sharing out the stuff on social media. You guys are the ones who are making the lion's share of these donations. So this is really about you guys and your success and everything you've done. Scott coming in hard at 200. Excellent. Thank you very much, Scott. So Yeah Man, was Yeah Man in it? I can't remember. I was trying to.
I didn't see his name.
Okay, so no, he's not. All right, so it's just between Austin and Scott. Okay, so Austin raises you another 25. Scott, you're not going to take that from him, are you? No, come on, 250. You can do it. Do it, Scott.
Am I allowed to go rogue again?
Are you going to add more to it or something?
Let's toss in. I love it. This is amazing. Even just getting to this level. So let me toss in a $50 promo code to use on Shortbox.
Oh, plus $50 promo code on Shortbox. I'm sure the caveat is you have to spend $100 more, but that's still fine. It's still $50 off.
Well, that's
why did he do that before bidding was closed? I could have added it. I would have done.
Well, Hoarder's Hide likes the sound of that.
Is that? Yeah, he sweetens up to 250. I know Austin's looking for some sweet pre-code horror books. That $50, that means you should be able to toss in another 50 right here, right? 300. I think so, Austin. shut it down. Scott's got to save some money for that big art auction tomorrow. He's been cleaning up.
He's in
Scott
it.
has spent a lot so far, and we really appreciate you, Scott. All your help with all the art. Scott, if you don't, you probably don't know Hoarders Hide, but Gene, the man, literally has a warehouse of comics.
Wow.
And he buys lots and lots, and I mean literally not just lots of lots. And has an incredible collection, but has recently he's still working on his complete Dell 4-color run.
Wow.
That's
a lot of books.
Yeah. He has recently pivoted hard into OA. And
slippery slope.
Yeah. So Scott is big time. Scott, are you in still, or are you gonna let Austin take it from you too? He's folded. All right. Thank you very much, Scott. Austin, congratulations.
That's amazing.
Austin, we will get this stuff out to you. And then Austin, ping me, even though I think I know, ping me with your shirt size. And I will get that to Gene. So that way we can get out all your shirts for you. And I'll also, we'll get you your promo code and all the other stuff. Because I have Austin's, I have Austin's email. So I can get you all that, Gene. So
that's amazing. Thank you, Austin. That's great. And then
Austin,
we'll also be matching his.
Austin, a great artist in his own right, and actually has a couple covers. We just sold last night. He did the cover for Sav. They sold the original artwork last night. Was it for like $600 or $700 last night? The original cover art.
Nice.
That's great. Congratulations. Yeah. All right. Let's take me back off of this. Let's move Gene back over here. And Gene, thank you for sweetening that pile and getting that up. So that was $275. And then a Shortboxed was matching that as well.
Yes.
And so $275 there. All right. So Chris, can you take it for just a second? I'm going to get somebody at the door real quick.
Yep. No problem. Okay, Gene, you mentioned you have 4 remaining.
Yeah, I got a couple more
right.
to show up, but okay, just that was amazing, by the way. So thank you, everyone who dropped in bids and did that. So that's super cool, and it's very humbling, and it's just amazing to see the community come together. And like I said, very happy to donate all these things to a good cause, and of course match the winning bid and all that kind of good stuff.
And thank you for that, Gene, on behalf of the community. It's very kind of Shortboxed to do that.
Like I said, this is something that's very personal to me. So again, it's just it just means a lot. So thank you to you guys again for putting this on to everyone chiming in and donating and being a part of it. This is amazing. This is the best part about the comics community, right? As much as we love the comics and reading the stories and collecting, it's the community coming together and just hanging out and doing good things. It's such a positive force for good. And it's just it really is truly moving just to see the
That's why I say this community doesn't shake hands, they hug. And
exactly. I'm a hugger.
So. I'm a hugger too, but yeah. Okay, Gene, why don't you show us what we got, and then we're when Gene's finished, we're going to be getting into all those slabs that Rob is going to be giving away.
All right, I got a couple more cool Golden Age books that I pulled out, some pretty rare ones. So this one here is Punch Comics #1. So this is
#1.
Punch 1. It's a Chesler. Again, it's low grade and restored, but it's one of those where who cares? It's just, it's not a book that you come across.
We'll get into that in just a second. Everyone, look how well the color green is represented on this cover. That's so nice. Very, look at the background on the bottom
just
there.
Cool.
Very well done.
Cool cover. The colors are nice. It's just, it's a tough book, right? And then you're looking at 17 copies on the census for this, so it's definitely.
So, Gene, who is the cover artist for this particular issue?
There's no cover artist attributed, but the interior artist from Charles Sultan.
Okay.
And this is from 1941. It's like look at it close. He's like ripping apart. I don't know if that's a ship or what have you, but it's just cool.
Awesome. Punch #1. That's the first time that book has been on this show. Terrific.
Cool.
House of All right, hold on, Gene. Yeah. House of Elsa. Can we see the back?
All right. Show us your backside. We've got. Looks like it's an ad for for other.
For
their
lineup.
There.
Okay.
Yeah. The greatest show on earth. It's kind of
Very good. Now, I think we have
kinda
seen
creepy
this
looking.
particular ad before,
yeah.
but no, we
It's like their
haven't
house
had a
ad.
punch one. Yeah. Yeah.
Again, just super cool book.
Yeah.
I showed off some planets earlier, and I mentioned just I like Fiction House. Another title that I like from Fiction House is Jungle Comics. So again, this is just a cool Jungle Comics cover, but I love this because it's a Will Eisner cover.
My
So just,
goodness.
it's just the master, right? Will Eisner. It's just
Oh my goodness. There's a reason why why there's awards named after him.
exactly. He is just a master.
Oh my goodness.
He's a master. Just like the line work is just beautiful and just
Oh yeah, he really does the faraway depth and the depth right behind the main character there perfectly.
it's just so good. It's so good. And again, I mentioned this earlier, but Fiction House books are all about the color strike. So just I love a nice Fiction House with just some really nice colors.
So bright and vibrant.
Yeah.
Just again a master.
I'm really sorry about having stepped away there for a moment. I had one of the artists, local artists, that come by to drop off four four covers. I'll show you real quick. So there's this Wolverine with X-23. So this is, as Chris from Retro Comics was talking about, this is a gentleman named Scott Morse, not related to me, who's done some stuff for me in the past. There's Batman and Robin with Scarecrow. These will be available on Sunday during the auction.
Nice.
Deadpool.
Oh, that's awesome.
So Scott's worked for Marvel, DC, Image.
Yes.
He does Scholastic books. He does. He works for Pixar.
You know.
So yeah, these are all going to be available on Sunday during the thing. And Chris from Retro Rock, if you're still on, I did mention to him and he said can make you guys a connection, and he's happy to talk to you about potentially selling you some of the original art that he's done that you were interested in. So I'll let you guys know about that. So there you are, making connections. Sorry about that.
All good.
Someone asked for the back of the jungle toys.
I love the.
But one more good look at this. It's just It's just great. Man, that artwork is amazing, by the way.
Oh yeah, I love. These are his simple stuff that he does. When he does the charity stuff, right? He does these ink stuff, this amazing stuff. He does these videos, but his normal medium that he does, like when he's taking more time, is he does ink wash, which is just. I've got a couple ink wash sci-fi covers that he's done for me that are just
he's local to the Bay Area.
Yeah, he's in Oakland.
Cool. Okay.
So
nice. I'll have to have you connect with him. I'd love to
absolutely
get something commissioned by him.
Yeah.
Nice. Gotta love and support local artists. So
exactly.
Cool. I got a couple more books to show off. So this one is another Golden Age #1. This is Prize Comics #1. Just very, very cool.
This came out, I assume, after Action 1.
This was 1940.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of a theft.
Just cool. Yeah.
I think we call it an homage.
I don't know. I don't know about those times though.
Published by Prize Comics #1. It's the first appearance and origin of Power Nelson, the Future Man, and Jupiter.
Taylor, he might have. I
doesn't
can
say
double check
who the cover artist is, but they definitely drew some inspiration.
Yeah.
Just another really cool book. 1940, #1 issue, Golden Age #1, 20 on the census. So again, just another really rare book. Yes, with just fantastic color strike.
Yeah, that's
I like that.
Yeah,
super rare.
Large comic book too.
Yeah. All right, I got my last one that I brought. And so I was joking earlier, Rob, that the first time you had me on the show, I brought out all the big guns, and I was like, what else can I bring, this time around? But since then, I did knock off a pretty big one to add to my personal collection. So another series that I collect is Archie comics. I love Archie comics. I shut off. I think I shut off like an Archie 50, the classic Betty, headlights cover that's there.
Yep.
For the past 5 years almost now, I've been trying to put together a run of Archie 1 through 50, just 1 through 50. There's thousands of Archie books out there over many decades.
Yeah.
So I really want to focus on 1 through 50. This has been a long multi-generation. I'm not done yet. I have maybe 10 or so left to complete, and my rule here is just to not buy any of them online, so I don't go to eBay. I don't even buy them on Shortboxed when they pop up, just against my better judgment. It's really just only in person, directly from dealers or at
Fortunately,
shows
you
or
go to a
wild.
handful of go to a handful of shows.
I go to
so.
shows. Yeah, or just directly from other collectors, like other Archie collectors as well. And so I've been piecing this together, but I finally was able to get the big one, and so I got an Archie #1 here.
Oh,
Yeah! Yeah! Smoke if you got him.
Love it. Just this has been, again, I know the term Grail gets thrown.
right.
This really was one of mine, is to get an Archie #1.
Yeah, you've assessed it. Now that's a holy grail.
Finally had to grab a copy. Just a very nice 3.5 that looks super clean. Again, just this is, by all accounts, a top 10 Golden Age cover, and so just very, very fortunate to have this in my collection. So when one became available, I just had to pull the trigger and do it, because it's only going to get more and more and more expensive. If anything, I should have bought it years ago, but it was time.
So we know this is not necessarily Archie's first appearance.
No, that's about 22.
What's written on the right side of that label there? Is there any identifying story?
It is the first appearance of Mrs. Andrews.
Okay, so Archie's mom. Okay.
Yeah, so the first Archie, Betty, Veronica, they were all in Pep Comics.
Yep. And Pep actually has a number of keys as well.
Yes.
Not just a Creature from the Black Lagoon cover. Pep is highly sought after and highly collected. But yeah, that Archie #1. And I think we've only had one edition before on the show, but that one's gorgeous.
Yeah, this one that it gets locked up in the vault. So this is one of those books. So I'm super happy. So again, it kind of takes all the pressure off me of finishing the run, because I got rid of the big one. Yeah. Oh, Andrew's in here. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've gotten some Archies from him.
A lot of great love for the
Archie is terrific.
Super stoked about this. So this is one that's staying in the personal collection for indefinitely.
Nice 3.5, nice and complete.
Really happy about that one. So now it's like, now I can't come back on the show for a while until I get like another big one to come back on.
Now, that's all right.
Because we were just talking about it, do you have the Pep Comics, the Black Lagoon, or the Creature from the Black Lagoon cover?
I do.
Okay.
I do. So nice. I love all of the. I mentioned earlier that I love Universal Monsters. So
yes,
there's a set of Archie covers with all the Universal Monsters.
Right.
That's one of them. So there's a couple Frankenstein covers, a couple of creatures, some Dracula covers, and some mummies. And so those are ones that, even if I have dupes of many of them, I just grab them. I can never leave them behind. Like when you're digging at cons, there's always certain books that, even though you have them, you just buy them anyway. And it's those covers, the Universal Monsters Archie covers. If it's on the wall, if it's in the box, I'm buying it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Thank you, Gene, so much for bringing those on. And of course, the package you helped with for the auction there that we were able to get nice between your Shortboxed contribution and Austin. That'll be another $550 to Comics Curing Cancer. Right now, as we're sitting, I'm looking at it, just refresh it. We're at $33,600. So that tramp stamp is done, man. I love it. 40,000 is definitely going to happen. Let's go. We got about 25 minutes left before we're going to get over to Scotty Vaughn and his interview. So Gene, you're welcome to hang out with us. If you need to run, we understand. I'm going to go through this list of names and we will spin here. So let me present first this.
Really quick, Rob. I do have to run. So again, I just want to say a quick thank you to both of you guys for hosting. And again, thank you so much for putting this together and bringing the community together. This is amazing. And to hop on the show and be able to donate and match the donations and do all that and just join you guys and hang out. It's just been a pleasure. And I love it.
Super appreciate that. And I'll reach out to you with the information for Austin, and I'll connect you with Scott as well too.
Awesome. Cool.
All right. Nice seeing you. Thank you so much.
Take it easy, Gene. I'll see you at the next con, brother.
Absolutely.
I won't see you next week, unfortunately. I won't be at Berkeley. I don't know if you were going to Berkeley. I know you guys will be.
Yeah, we'll be there.
I know somebody.
I won't be there.
Yeah, I won't. Unfortunately, this show I can only go to their shows when they do the Sunday shows.
Right.
This show kind of takes precedence. Chris is more important to me, I guess.
Oh,
Yes, agreed. All right, thank you
All
guys.
right.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you, Gene.
nice seeing you, Gene. Take care, brother.
All right. All right. So let me add this up here. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go through the list because the list doesn't matter. The order. We took them in the order in which people claimed them. And I'm going to go through those names here. Everybody has been paid up. And we are going to see who gets what. We're going to put in. So the first name, I'm going to work from the bottom up on this
Yep,
list.
let's do that.
So I got JP's Budget Collecting. You're the first one here. So let's spin this wheel.
So, Rob, you're going to be counting from the Great Wall forward.
From me, from the
Towards the
camera
Great Wall.
back.
Okay.
Back. Yeah. So, except in this case where it's going to be number 24. I should have shuffled this. Oh, I'll shuffle this after this. All right. So 24. So 26. So let's, before I pull it out, let me do this. Boom. Why didn't it slide? Oh, because of share. I got to remove that. All right. So this one, you get super massive. Oops. Thank you. Super massive number 1 in a 9.8. This is double signed by Brian Parrott and Kyle Higgins. So congratulations there.
Very nice. Kyle Higgins.
Can you do me a favor? Are you able
Yep.
to type in the book as Supermassive? Just type in Supermassive.
Yep.
And let me add this back to the stage here. And let's then remove that one. And let me. Oh, I guess I shouldn't remove the that's going to get screwed up.
Yeah, we're
I
good.
didn't think about this. This is going to be a problem.
It didn't remove that number?
No, it removed that number, but that number now changes because the books are in different order. That's screwy.
What do you mean?
If I took 24 off, now that book's not in there. It's in a different order. 20. There is no 26 if
Okay,
26 comes up.
So put 24 back into the box. Just put it upside down.
Oh, that was smart. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sometimes you don't think right. I'm just going to put 25. I'll leave that one out, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right. So that's that. And now let me shuffle this numbers. All right. And
Well, next up is for Canadian
Survivalist.
Canadian Survivalist is going to be getting slab number 8, looking like 8. 8 it is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And so we'll remove that for a second. You get Amazing Spider-Man.
Damn it.
Number 1, Volume 5, signed by Tyler Kirkham.
That's a good one to get.
All right. So I like that idea, putting them upside down. That solves my problem.
Okay.
All right. Add this back to the stage. And now we just close that and we spin it again. This is now for Mad Spidey, right?
Yes, it is. Mad Spidey, then Ben Parker. Numero uno for Mad Spidey or number 6?
6.
Sliding into spot 6, Mad Spidey. Here we go, baby.
Oh, sorry, Mad Spidey. DC book. Robin number 1 is a 1 in 25. Federici.
Robin number
Federico?
1.
Federici. Yeah, Robin number 1.
All right. Up next is Ben Parker.
I'd say congratulations normally, but I know that he really didn't want DC. Sorry.
Maybe he can work out a trade.
Yeah, who knows? Okay, so this was who you said? This is Ben Parker Comics.
Yeah. He's saying A-OK at the Trev. Ben Parker with 21.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Ravage 2099, number 1. Stan Lee story.
Okay, very nice. Up next is Phil-tastic, then John's Comics with Kids.
All right.
I got you, Rob.
Oops. Thank you, sir. I want to thank everybody who came out and donated today. This is fabulous.
It's for
Number-
Phil-tastic, number 9.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, Phil-tastic. Boom.
Oh my. Oh my.
Oops. There you go. First Defenders, Marvel feature, number 1. Nice Neil Adams cover. Congratulations, sir. That is phenomenal.
Wow. Okay, up next is John's Comics with Kids, who did a great job today. Is he going number 10 or 13? 13. Ooh, 16.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You know what the problem is going to be with this? Is we're going to get to a point here where, because all the numbers are still here, the slabs are already taken, then it's going to become a freaking problem because it's going to come up with numbers that have already been taken. Punisher 2099, 9.6. Congratulations. I really didn't think about this. I really should have put the names of the damn books on the wheel and just spun it that way. That's what I should have done.
We're doing good.
Well, we are right now, but in a second, you're going to find it's going to become a pain. All right. Who is this one for?
Sorry, we're pulling now for Marty Aleko. All right, Marty. Number 6 for Marty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 has already been taken. So
Number 6.
closed. So spin again. See, this is what I'm talking about now. Oh, 7. Nice.
Nice and close. Okay.
Boom.
Oh my.
Shi Hang Lee, Star Wars, The Bounty Hunters, Alpha number 1, Ji Hung Lee, Virgin variant. Congratulations. Great looking cover. Reset the numbers and delete the last number each time. Yeah, the problem is resetting the numbers requires me to retype the numbers in.
Okay, so up next we got.
Although I could do that right now, real quick. I could pause. Well, you do that check. I'll pull out the ones that are here. It'll be less numbers, but 1, 2. Pull this. This is done.
Chuck Hensey is up next.
That one's done. That one's done. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right. So.
Yep. And Chuck is number 19.
Let's clear all this. Oops.
Everyone, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
And actually, what we can do is if we don't mix them up, instead.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, I can use the sort. I can do this, and then we'll spin it. Now, who is it spinning for?
Chuck Hensey. Let me just verify. Yep.
Yeah, I see that. It says select. Yeah, man, I just figured that out. Thank you.
Looking like number 19.
Which is the last book.
For Chuck. Oh, he got the Stanley. Oh, Chuck. Oh, Chuck got the golden crown.
Congratulations, Chuck. So you'll enter that in. What I'll do here is that what we're saying is close. I go back to sort, and then now I can remove just number 19 from the list. And then I can shuffle again. There we go. Okay, now who's next?
Sleepy Reader.
Sleepy Reader. Oh, sweet, Chuck. I'm glad that you got yourself a Stan Lee book now. Congratulations.
Looking like number 9 for Sleepy Reader.
2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Silk, number 1, Virgin variant Ji-Hung Lee. This book, I remember, was huge. When this cover came out, people were scrambling trying to get this cover. Sold out like crazy. Congratulations.
Gorgeous cover.
All right,
Up
so
next, we have Nathan's Comic Planet.
So now we just delete the bottom one, and then we shuffle again. All right, Nathan's Comic Planet.
Number 17.
17, which is I thought that was the last. I think that's the last book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, it is. All right.
So just a sec. Let me flip this around.
Boom.
Oh, First Nova.
First Nova. Congratulations.
Big book.
You get yourself
Up next.
Get yourself some Dick Rider.
Welcome to OnlySlabs, everybody. Up next, we have one of the nicest people on the planet, hailing from Sector 2815, Paul.
All right, Paul. Let's see what you get you.
That was a big win, epic win. Yes. All right, Paul is going to go with number 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Vampirella, the Bloody Virgin variant.
And
Congratulations.
Peach Momoko, correct?
Peach Momoko. Yeah. Sorry, I should mention that. Peach Momoko. Very good. All right, let's close that. And that was number 12. Oh no, it's always going to be the last one I take off. 16. Right. I sort make sure I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, good. Shuffle. All right, who are we doing?
Up next, we are doing House of L Comics.
You don't think she's a virgin. Fair enough. Number 7.
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Berserker, number 1, third printing, foily goodness. Look at that foil. Woo! 9.8. Berserker.
Very nice. Up next, we're going north of the border to everyone's favorite Canadian comic shop, Retro Rocket Comics, Chris, son of Bruce.
All right, let's see what we get here. Shuffle and spin. Chris, good luck to you.
Thinking number 11. Possibly number 1. Possibly number 1. Number 1.
Oh, first book up. All right. I think Chris will be happy with this one.
Oh.
About some Action Comics.
Oh my goodness.
An 8.0.
Oh my goodness.
Action Comics 354. You have a Kurt Swan and George Klein cover.
Oh, I don't know what that's doing in there, but yet here we are. Oh, that would look good in my collection. Okay, Chris, congratulations.
I'm sure it'll be up. If you wait 2 weeks, it might be up on the shop wall and you can buy it.
Oh, he doesn't really do that, I'll be honest.
Okay,
Rev,
that was
the shipping
that.
guru.
Hold on, I gotta sort remove 14. Okay, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Yeah,
And there you go.
Everyone's
Love them
trying
some Kurt Swan. Well, great. I'm glad that you got yourself a book you're super happy with then.
All right, so Trev the Shipping Guru, issue number 3. Are these guys getting all the good ones before my name gets pulled here?
Chris is now going to kill you.
Oh, he doesn't want that.
Something is killing the children.
Oh.
Jenny Frizen, signed Frizen Virgin variant.
Trev, just hold on. You may like what my name pulls, and we'll work something out, man. Like, oh, congratulations, Trev.
All right, let's see here.
Sort. So next we have
sort. Remove the 13, and then we'll shuffle. Okay, who is this? Tony?
Comiverse, yes. Tony.
Good luck, Tony.
Sorry, Marcus. The pimp is dry today. Number 2. All right. Let's see what Comiverse pulls up. Let me get rid of this.
So some amazing Spider-Man. J. Scott Campbell, issue 25.
Very nice. Gorgeous cover.
See, Chris he said he wished he had won the Jenny Frizen because he knows he could have sold it to you for serious money. Yeah.
Possible three-way AOK between me, Trev, and Chris from Matt's Fighting. Yeah. Okay, let's pull up the
close this, sort this, remove number 12, and then shuffle again.
This is for Dead Man. So we're going
Dead Man. All right.
We're going to.
Yeah, I'm shipping all over the place on this stuff. I don't pay attention.
Trev is saying he loves Frizen. Okay, I get it.
Number 5.
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5. How about some David Nakayama Virgin variant?
Oh,
my name is Boba the Fett. My jetpacks got jets. Congratulations. So that's the
Nakayama.
Bounty Hunters Nakayama. Yeah. All right. So we'll close that and sort. This is much better. I don't know why it took me like so many attempts to
We're
get
here now, Rob. It's okay.
Yeah. Who are we doing?
This is for Shop for Comics.
Shop for Comics.
Shopper is going to go with number 6. Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. Maybe there's a spider book in there for Shopper still.
Shop. I hope that you've wanted to own a Golden Age book.
Oh.
And I mean like an old Golden Age book, because this book is like as old as you can get basically and still be Golden Age before you hit platinum. Ladies and gentlemen, Famous Funnies number 64 in a 4.5. Congratulations, sir. Look at the back cover. Yes. Get a Daisy Carbine. Quick.
Rob, what year was that book released?
This is 1939.
My goodness. 39.
Look at it's just
Shopper, good for you.
Congrats.
4.5. Famous Funnies. Man, oh man. That might be one of the crown jewels in there too.
Yeah, for those for some folks who hadn't seen the preview, they're seeing some of the stuff that's coming out of here. They're going, wait, what?
Yeah.
They're echoing Chris. Rob, what the hell's that doing in there? Only $50.
$50. I think. Yeah.
Nothing said you had to donate only $50. If you feel that you got way too much, you're welcome to go back and donate more. All right, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
We're going for Dale.
Dale of Suspense.
Dale, who's won a few times this weekend, if I'm right. Yeah. All right, Dale. Number 4.
Looks like.
Yeah, it held on.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, here's a Dale with maybe the biggest spec book in this box. Dale with Dazzler number 1. This is the error printing variant that was recalled by Marvel. This is also the first direct distribution book by Marvel Comics in a 9.6.
Would you mind reading us the right side of that blue label?
Page 24 and 25 ad pages printed without color. First direct distribution comic by Marvel.
Historic comic book in your hands there.
Yeah, if Taylor Swift gets announced with this book will be huge.
Yeah.
Probably,
Congratulations, Dale.
even though that I would speculate that even though that X-Men book is the first appearance, that this for the non-comic book people that are buying, the Swifties that are buying a book, this book might be the book that they're more likely to go after.
Yeah.
I'm just going to speculate.
Congratulations. I don't know why.
But that's why they call it. That's why they call it a spec pick.
Yeah, here we are. This is for the king of all nerds,
Taylor Winder. All right, let's see.
Let's go. TW. Tuesday nights, 8:30, whatever time, I don't know, Central Time or something. Make sure you turn into Cranky Comic Review. Number 8 for TW. Let's go.
Okay, so that's the last book. His favorite, X-Men 2099, number 1. Congratulations, T-Dubs. I know you're thrilled.
Up next is Austin LeMay.
All right, let me go in there. Oh, that was number 8. I could just remove number 8. We're good. All right, and Austin LeMay. Also looks like we're going to get the last book, number 7.
Oops. Nobody wants to see me.
With a major first appearance book.
Sorry, everybody. Okay. Oh, my goodness.
First appearance of Rogue.
Oh, my.
First appearance of Rogue and Madeline Pryor, Spider-Woman, X-Men, Carol Danvers, and new brothers of Evil Mutants make a brotherhood, or make an appearance. Of course, just the busiest cover on the planet.
That's
But
issue 10, is it not? Annual 10?
X-Men annual number 10, or Avengers annual number 10. Yes.
All right.
Congratulations.
Okay, that's
move number 7.
Book to be in there. We're gonna go with Yeah Man 156.
All right, Yeah Man.
Ooh.
Number 4.
Number 4 for Yeah Man.
Wow.
Load this up. Boom.
House of Slaughter number 1. Miko Suyan, 9.6 signed book. There you are. Congratulations, sir. House of Slaughter number 1.
Yeah. I will say up next we got Gary B, the casual comic guy.
All right. Oops. Boom.
All right, Gary with number 3. Yes. We'll remove this. We'll
Gary Hulk 2099, issue number 1. Congratulations.
Very nice. We'll go here. And
All
Rob,
right,
up next, we have one of the best handles in all of YouTube. Dr. Von Hoot's Comics from the Spiral Dimension.
Ooh.
DVH, this is for you. Number 4.
Number 4?
Number 4.
DVH, if you're not happy with this, you're just broken, and I can't help you. All right.
Might be able to trade with me then. I don't know. Oh no. Congratulations. One of the best positive Spider-Man covers ever made.
Yeah.
Ever made a senior firing on all cylinders. Rob, that's issue 40, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So there you go. Origin of the Green Goblin. This is the second Romita Spider-Man cover. Congratulations there, Hoot.
Oh, that was meant for me, but yet here we are. Okay. Congratulations, DVH. That's a spicy meatball right there. He literally just fist pumped and screamed.
Who's next?
Next we have Scott, Hoarder's Hide.
All right, Hoarder's Hide. Let's see what we got.
Number 2.
Scott,
Oh, we got the
Doom 2099, number 1.
Doom 2099. Okay.
All right. Brings us down to who else is there besides you?
Whoever won whoever.
Oh, Austin LeMay.
So Austin LeMay and myself.
All right, this
So
one's for
which way do you
Austin
wanna go,
LeMay.
Rob? We're gonna
This
go
is for
for
Austin.
Austin.
Yeah, that's just how it is. You're last. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but first in your heart.
You get He Who Remains.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, let's go. I see what you did there, by the way. Austin. Oh, it's so close, but number 1. Oh, we got
Batman 608, the Batman Day Foily special.
Okay, where is Austin's name here? So I'm also gonna
Congratulations there, Austin. Remy, no, I did not. You were not on the first in the first 25. We didn't call your name off on anything there. Scott might AOK you his. He's saying that he doesn't. It's an error copy too. What's an error copy too? Or are we talking about the thing? All right. So, let's see. Remove number 2.
Are we actually going to spin it?
Yes. So here we go, Chris.
Oh, I don't know, man. I kind of feel nervous. I don't know, man. I don't want to end up with a different number.
Okay, number 1. Congratulations.
You didn't even let it populate. Okay, let's play.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I totally forgot what's left. Yeah.
Sam De La Rosa.
Yeah. All right. That's terrific.
All
Very
right.
good.
There you guys go. All right. Thank you guys all. It's over overtime. Got to get you guys over to Scotty Vaughn's channel. Appreciate you guys coming out for everything. If there's any trades and stuff that worked out, we'll have to try to work behind the scenes on this stuff because I got to figure out the shipping and stuff. But we'll talk. We'll figure it out. In the meantime, thank you all for coming out. Very much. Congratulations, everyone who got some great stuff. Please check out Scotty Vaughn and his interview with Jason Douglas. Thank you so much, guys. Till next time. I don't even have my stuff queued up. Where's my brand, my end of stuff? Here we go.